In this video, I'll show you how to create viewports in different shapes such as circular, rectangular and other polygons. Teach you how to scale the views accurately and also how to quickly create a viewport the size of the page. To demonstrate, I'll be using this file containing all the different steps I take when creating a house and making a drawing for each and every step. While I'll do this, I'll be revealing a tip on how to speed up the entire process. So to begin creating your drawing, obviously you need to make your way over to the paper space. So I'm just going to hold Control and move it to the end to create a duplicate of this drawing, and then I'm just going to remove everything that I don't need, including the viewport that has already been set up. The way that I used to create viewports was with the VPO command, which is a shortcut for viewports. Here we have a bunch of different configurations that you could choose from, but if you just go with single or active model configuration, you can then press OK and open up a viewport in the shape of a rectangle. Now it is worth noting that the layer that you create the viewport on will affect how it is printed. If I have this on any other layer other than def points, then it will print, but def points is a layer that is set up in a way so that it never prints, and I can show you that with this print preview. There you go. Now, the other way of creating a viewport is using MV, which is MView, and now, just like before, we can create another rectangular viewport, but alternatively, this can be used to create circular viewports, viewports out of polygons, and then also viewports out of polylines set up in whatever shape that you see fit. I'm just going to use the fillet command to make this a closed loop, because otherwise if it's not a closed loop the command won't work. So the way to apply a viewport to these shapes is to open up the MV command, and then if you look along the bottom here, there's a bunch of options that we can choose from, but we're going to be using the object command, and we can quickly access this by pressing O and spacebar. And now when I click on my circle, you'll see that it instantly becomes a viewport. And much like I mentioned before, this can be done on all of the other shapes as long as it is a closed loop. And with the polygon, you can even change the overall shape of it, the circles, the overall size. And much like with any other viewport, you can double click in, drag around, zoom in and zoom out. Now that we have the viewport available, we need to scale it. And the way to scale it is by using this scale bar at the bottom right, and this is only accessible once you've double clicked into the drawing. And the way to set this to 1 to 100 to match my scale bar in the corner here is to just click on the drop down list and then set it to 1 to 100. Once it is set to the size that you like, always make sure to lock the viewport. That way we can no longer zoom in and out of it and we can't drag about. Another thing worth noting is we can open up the MView command again and press F and spacebar to create a viewport the entire size of the page instantly. So right now I'm going to create a drawing of the first step of the process. I'm going to set this at 1 to 100 scale, and then I'm just going to click out of it and stretch the viewport to match the size of our drawing, and then I'll generally centralize it. So that is the first step that we have here, the drawing walls. If I wanted to quickly create the second step here, the creating windows and door blocks, then rather than going through that entire process again, I can hold Control on the tab here, move it to the side. You'll see that there is a blue arrow that's formed. I'll let go and now a duplicate has been created. And the way that I do this is I set up the model space so that they're all in big squares that are 50,000 millimeters apart. And the reason that I do this is that now I can simply move this over by 50,000 millimeters divided by whatever our scale is. So in this case it'd be 100, so I'd be removing 2 zeros from the end. And you'll see that it completely lines up perfectly with the next step because I'd had the forethought to arrange them all equally separated, and I can simply just stretch the other side over and move it back. And that is the quickest way of creating a new drawing for the new step based off of our previous drawing. If you'd like to learn more about the steps to create architectural drawings like these, then I'll automatically send you over an online course discount and a template CAD file with all these blocks and layers pre-made, set up and ready to go. Just click the link in the description and let me know what email to send it to. Anyway, subscribe.